Hey guys, this is Rachel. I want to show you my updated planning setup for December 2015 into 2016. And some of you may be surprised, but I am only in my personal sized Filofax Malden. I got rid of my sugar paper planner and I really just wanted to simplify for the end of the year and the beginning of next year. So my Filofax is very stuffed, and I wanted to show you guys what I have so far. And I also have some new daily pages that I'm using because the sugar paper planner had daily pages that I really enjoyed. So when you open up my planner, in this pocket I have some stamps and some small sticky notes. In this pocket right here, I have some page flags that I purchased off of Amazon. And then I have a journaling card here, some washi tape on a card, and then Target page flags. And then behind here, I have my DIY stickers that I made using the Studio L2E stamps and the Avery labels, and the number for those are 5412. And then I just used some colored Versamagic chalk ink, and I talked about these stickers in my setup video for my A5 Malden, which I am still using, but just for goal planning purposes, like yearly and monthly goal planning, and also like career, networking, job search, bar prep, all that stuff related to kind of my career as a lawyer and things like that. So I'll go over that in another video, but it is still being used, but this is my everyday all-in-one planner here. So the dashboard hasn't changed. I just have a journaling card on a piece of craft paper. It just says enjoy the little things and has a little bird paper clip at the top. And then I purchased this pencil recently and I'm really enjoying it. It's a Papermate pencil and it's just in a gray color and it's a 0.5 lead. And the eraser, just if you just twist it and then it comes up and then goes back down. So there's a new pencil. And then when I flip this over, I've just got some color coding keys that I'm not really using right now, but they're there in case I need them for reference. Some sticky notes for when coupon expires, and then some sticky notes here. I've got some pages for some brain dumps and notes, things like that. And I just have two pieces of paper in there, and then I've got sticky notes from Target on this first page, and then also sticky notes everywhere, and then sticky notes in the back here. So this is just kind of a note / brain dump section, and then I do have a little tab that says notes right here, so I can just pull right to all those sticky notes. I just need to make a quick note or have an idea or a small list of something. Now, you can also see on the side, I have a couple of page flags. So I've got a heart for my boyfriend, and then buy, so things I want to buy. YouTube, LR is Law Review, MC is Moot Court, and then BP is Bar Prep. And this first section is my list section, and I went over this in a previous video as well, but it's just similar to the GTD lists. And I've put them in alphabetical order, and when you flip to this first page, it's just a real quick index of what I have in this section. And I have everything in alphabetical order except for this first list, and it's just next actions. And that's just things that I need to do sooner rather than later, but have not been scheduled yet. And so those are things like sending racks and then putting information from my wallet into this Filofax in case I ever lose my wallet. And then I do have a ruler here just so I can flip right to this section and put something on this list. And I usually just do it with sticky notes so I can just keep this page and not have to keep remaking new ones once the page is filled up. And this paper is from the Target Dollar Spot. It's the perfect size. I just have to punch holes in it, and then I also round the corners. And then just real quick, just a to-buy list. I've got things I need to do on my laptop at home. school computer, people I need to contact, crafting ideas, more crafting ideas, errands I need to run, things I want to do with my boyfriend, trips and things, and then his to-do list for things when he gets home, online orders, which I rarely add to this, and I probably need to take it out. It's been the same forever. Things that I'm currently reading or want to read, things that I want to research, trips I want to take or I'm planning on taking, things I'm waiting on, websites, and wish list. Next section is my projects, and from my personal, what was the name of that video? It was project planning in a personal Filofax. If you can see at the top here, I've got some page flags that are numbered 1 through 5, and those are my current major projects. Also in this section is some sub-projects. I added these projects here, these 3 that are school-related, because I got rid of my sugar paper planner. I've consolidated all of my school and home tasks in one planner, which I haven't done this in a really long time, so I'm really enjoying just having the one planner. Projects, just a list of them, and then things for law review, things for moot court board, things for my bar prep committee that I'm on at school, and then the bar exam. And then this is networking and job search, and I did put a little note to maybe move this into my A5 because this thing is so stuffed. So I'm thinking about just moving all of that into the A5 and really having that as my career and job search type of binder. And then pictures, so that's my first major tab, is for bar related things. Pictures for the apartment, our trip to Germany in May, fitness, and then YouTube is the 5th thing. But behind my fitness tab, I have, I looked up some of those 30-day fitness challenges that I want to do, and so I found one that's like the 30-day ab and squat challenge. So I went ahead and listed everything for 30 days on one of these Filofax grid papers, and then so I've done a couple days of those so far, and then also in the back I found another one that I wanted to do. So I've already scheduled these, so these are just my reference lists of, so like on my calendar, as you'll see in a minute, it'll just say like day 4, and so what I'll do is just flip to this and see what day 4 is, and it's 10 sit-ups, 25 crunches, and 40 squats. So that's just a little reference page. Instead of just keeping going online or on my phone, I just have everything right in my planner. I've got YouTube video lists, and then behind here are some sub-projects that aren't major, but so these are like Christmas lists for gifts and cards, gift ideas, and then I have a little project for like file organization. I have not a big filing cabinet, actually a small one, but I want to implement the Freedom filing system in there, and so once I get back home for my Christmas vacation, I want to have that as my project to start off the new year. And then also organizing like old magazines and all of my school notes from the past couple of years. So I haven't numbered those yet, but those are just some sub-projects that I want to start working on. And then I want to work on my family trees for both sides of my family. And then clipboard ideas, which I have 2 clipboards to the side of my desk that I'd like to kind of make vision boards or some information, weekly goals, photos, things like that. So this is just brainstorming these types of projects. Now, this next section is the bulk of my planner. It's labeled week, but it really should be labeled calendar because it is my yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily calendars all in this section right here. And this is where the biggest change has happened. So I have the Filofax year at a glance, and then I have the pull-out year on one page from Filofaxy, and on this pull-out for the year on one page, I have birthdays, anniversaries, and travel. And that's all I have on there. And then when I flip that, you guys have seen this before, it's just the cheap month on 2 pages calendar that I got at an office supply store. And I'm just, I was color coding my projects here and then just doing a lot of things in black ink. Not a lot of stickers here. I have done some this month in December, but so here's October, here's November. I used a little washi tape when I went on vacation, and a couple of those little transparent dots, things like that. And then for the current month, I did use a couple of labels and washi tape, but I have a fly leaf in the middle where I put a journaling card and then also some sticky notes on the back, just for monthly goals and things like that. And that's what my December is looking like. And then for 2016, I will be using some Filofax a month on 2 pages. But real quick, I have a couple of pieces of Filofax graph paper before I get into my monthly, because I want to do some goal planning in this section. I need to brainstorm it a little bit more, but what I want to do is take the idea that Alexis has, who is also known as Miss Trenchcoat here on YouTube, and really map out my yearly goals, my midterm goals, so things that would take me 1 to 3 months, and then in my monthly section, really scheduling out those short-term goals. That's my plan. I have to do some brainstorming over the Christmas break before the new year to try to work all that out, because I think I've got my categories down for those and how I'm going to schedule them, and I will do an updated video when I get all that worked out. So here's something I have not used before, but I've been really interested in using, is these month on 2 pages with like the list format. So over here it's got 1 through 15, and over to the right it's got 16 through 31, and it's just these lines. It's not the boxes that you would normally see in a month on 2 page layout. And what I'm doing is taking some very thin washi tape and marking big events. So when school starts, when articles are due, these Avery labels, which are the rectangular ones that I just cut in half, those are for birthdays. And these little flags are marking for things for school that I need to do for those weeks. But down here at the bottom, let me take off this sticky note so you can see it a little better. At the bottom, there's 2 columns with some lines, and it looks like about 5 lines for each column. Down here is where I want to plan out my monthly projects, like my monthly tasks, and also monthly expenses. So here's where I think I'm going to be scheduling out projects and goals for the month instead of utilizing the flyleaf as much, just so I can really see my month at a glance a little better, and I'm not blocking it with a lot of sticky notes in between. So that's where I want to go with that, and I think it'll work out nice. Even though it's a small space, I can write in there pretty easily. So that's what I'm using for 2016 for events and pre-planning type of things, like big projects for my month. Obviously there's not a lot of room to write. If I have a ton of appointments in one day, then I will put that on my weekly pages or my daily pages. But for here, it's just like the big thing for that day, and I could probably put 2 things in there if I needed to, just using a little bit of washi tape here, or just writing directly on the paper. I do have to say that for these monthly inserts, they use, like, the paper they use is a lot thicker than normal Filofax paper. So Filofax, if you're listening, if you could just use this paper for all of your inserts, I think that would be fantastic. But I digress. So just a few months of pre-planning, not a lot. My semester ends in April because it's my last semester of law school, and then straight into a little vacation for 2 weeks to Germany after graduation, and then straight into bar prep. And that'll happen in July. So I've got the entire year of 2016 here in this section, and because the paper is a little thicker, it is taking up more room, but I like having an entire year of the month on 2 pages here. Now, here is where my weekly pages start, and I just have from the beginning of November. I really only keep about maybe a month or two of the weekly pages in here. Right now I have it until the end. I do have to say I have it until the end of January 2016, so I'd say approximately 3 months of weekly pages. So I just have, and I try to keep things pretty simple in my weeks. Sometimes I, use washi tape to decorate, and what I have been doing here in the This Week section at the top is just using a little bit of washi tape and hand lettering to kind of put a little quote or saying to myself there. And then just having a little quick list of things that I need to do, or big events, going to dinner, things like that. Now, this week of November 16th is when I started using these daily pages, and this is a huge change for me because, and this is the reason I was able to get rid of my sugar paper planner. I had bought a pack of day per page inserts from Filofax, and it's from May. If you can see down here on this month at a glance, it is from May of 2013. That's how long I've had these inserts. I bought the entire year, and I did not use all of them, obviously, so I kept them. I keep a lot of my inserts that I don't use because I can always find a way to repurpose them, because I hate wasting money. I hate buying something and then not using it. And these, the day per page is pretty pricey. I want to say it was maybe $20 or $25 for the pack, but it is a substantial amount of paper. So what I've done is just taken those Target page flags that I have at the beginning of my binder and just covered the date at the top and then wrote the date. But the thing about day per page inserts that I've never really liked is, in this setup anyway, what would not be functional for me is if Monday was here and then I had to flip over and see Tuesday here and then Wednesday here. When I really want to see my day and then the relevant half of the week that I'm on. So let me explain that a little better too, because I needed day per page inserts. I knew that, but I didn't want to have a whole other section, like a whole other tab with all of my daily pages. I need them to be very at a glance. This is what I need to do. Big picture items here over on my week on 2 page section, and then detail over here on my day per page. So this idea came from Rowena here on YouTube, but I have slitted all of my daily pages. And this is one of the reasons that I'm really enjoying this setup the last, I think it's about 3 weeks that I've been using this now. I never really liked using daily pages in my Filofax because I was always opening up the rings to take out the page and write on them, because it is a little difficult to constantly write over these rings and around these rings when you're just constantly writing over and over and over again on these day per page lists. And when I saw that on Rowena's channel, I was just like, brilliant. So brilliant. She slits all of her pages, but I only do it for the day per page. Now, another idea that I had seen on YouTube was from Gifty, etc. And she had the idea of taking pre-printed daily pages and hole punching both sides of them so that you don't have the issue of, hey, I've got, the Monday here I can see, but when I flip over here to Tuesday, I can't see it. So if you have holes on this side, you can simply just move them over here. Well, because I'm reusing old daily pages, the way I got around that and not having to punch holes on both sides, because my OCD would not allow that to happen because I just didn't like seeing those holes sitting over here, was I have my Monday here, and then I have Tuesday here, and then Wednesday here. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday day per page faces this side, the relevant side of the week. I hope that makes sense. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are all facing this way. And then when I get over to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I have my Thursday, my Friday, and then my Saturday and my Sunday. So I've got Saturday here and Sunday here. And that's how I've really been utilizing my daily pages, is the way the page faces the relevant side of the week. I hope that makes sense. If you have questions, let me know. But I really enjoyed the way that this is working for me, and I haven't taken these out because I wanted to do this video for you guys to show you this. So I have all of my daily pages in between my week. I hope you can see that. So now that I've showed you guys this setup, I can take out all of my daily pages, and then I have my week on 2 pages. So another thing that I do with my daily pages is I put a lot of detail, but I also will put some detail here on the weekly pages, especially when I'm pre-planning. So maybe I'm on the previous week and I know I want to do a certain task, next Sunday. I'll go ahead and write it in on Sunday, because I most likely won't have those daily pages ready for the following week, maybe until, Sunday night or even Monday. And then I don't use a daily page if I don't need to. But if I've kind of gone through my day and I have a big event or something that I want to remember, then I will put it over here on the weekly page, because I'm not keeping my daily pages in here consistently. So I can show you again for this week. So this was the week of November 23rd, so the week of Thanksgiving. I have all of my daily pages here in the middle. So I have my Monday facing Monday, my Tuesday facing Tuesday, my Wednesday facing Wednesday, and then when I flip over, I've got Thursday facing Thursday, and so on and so forth. Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. If I have a really busy Saturday and Sunday, I will just use one page for each one of those days, so that helps me plan out a really busy weekend. Again, so that week's over, I can take those daily pages out. And this was, let's see, the week of November 20th. And if you can see here, it starts on Wednesday for my daily page, because I did not use a daily page for Monday or Tuesday. I just used it for Wednesday. And then I've got Thursday over here. And then I had a little scrap piece of paper from an old planner that had a Saturday and Sunday here, and I just made lists. I didn't even use, any time organization here. So now I can take those out. And I do have my little daily task trackers and weekly task trackers here on these grid note cards you've seen before. And then I will put weekly to-dos here on the back as well if I'm not sure which day I'm going to accomplish those tasks. And then this is the current week, and I've got my daily pages here. So let me show you. That's what it looks like here. And I do want to mention about the ruler that I have. I always have the ruler at my current day. So say for instance, it is Monday, December 7th. And I just open up my planner. I can just grab that ruler at the bottom, flip right to the day, and I've got my current daily page and then the relevant side of the week. And then if for some reason I need to see the other half of the week very quickly, then I have at the top here, I have a little flag that's attached to a flyleaf, and that's at the other half of the week. So I've got my ruler and the flyleaf kind of sandwiching my daily pages. So that's a quick flip for me to accomplish, looking at the other half of the week, depending on which half I'm on. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. And then I've got Monday here. I didn't use one for Tuesday or Wednesday, it looks like. Oh, I did use one for Wednesday. Now, the Filofax weekends for these daily pages are structured like this. So you've got Saturday at the top and then Sunday at the bottom. So for this Wednesday, I didn't really feel like I needed a full page. I just needed a half a page. So I went ahead and labeled that for Wednesday. And then Thursday is on the back here. And then Friday's here. And so you can see these are old, in these old pages, and I can just reuse them for the following week. So like this, because it's blank, can be used for the following Monday if I need to, but I already have this one labeled for Monday. So it's a little bit of a juggling act if you don't follow the same pattern every week like I had my previous 2 weeks, but it's been working for me really well. So I've got really busy days. I'm getting ready to pack up and leave for a couple of weeks for my Christmas vacation. So I have all of this information here on my daily pages, and then at the end of this week I can just take them all out. And then this is the following week, so I've got a little piece of paper for my weekly tasks, a lot of sticky notes, and then I went ahead and put some Christmas washi tape for the week of Christmas. Again, another little piece of paper for my weekly to-dos. I have my line guide, which I will no longer be using in 2016 because I purchased new 2016 inserts that are the week on 2 pages lined. And I'm really excited about using these. One, because there's no longer a box for this week that I don't really use. I mean, it's nice to have a little bit of washi tape and a nice little saying, but it's not functional for me. I'd rather have more space for the day. The downside of these inserts is that the weekends are smaller than the weekdays. However, I'm using daily pages, so it's really not a concern for me. For me, it was more important to have the lines and to be able to make those lists and pre-plan. And as you can see, I'm using pencil for all my pre-planning. I try to use a friction pen. For some reason, I just didn't really like it as much as I thought I would. So I really like the pencil. It doesn't leave any marks or anything like that. And if you can see, these little Avery labels is for those 30-day fitness challenges. So I'm finishing up one here and then starting another one here on January 2nd. And I figured, just a side note, I figured I was going to start these 30-day fitness challenges before the new year to get ready for all the eating I'm going to do at Christmas. So a lot of pre-planning with sticky notes and things like that. And I'm really excited about using these inserts because of the lined pages, and I won't have to worry about this line guide and keep moving it from, page to page so I can see the lines behind. So that's what I have for 2016, and my daily pages I have in the back here of this section, and they're already pre-slit. So when I need one, I can just take it out and put a page flag at the top to cover up the date. And I do have an adhesive roller that I keep with me in my pencil bag. So that is a huge part of why my planner is so bulky. But this is really functioning for me well, and I'm hoping it'll continue to function for me because it's very versatile, and I think it's going to work for me. And as you can see, I don't do a lot of decorating. The decorating that I do is with washi tape and a couple of DIY stickers and some labels. So there's not a lot of fanciness going on around here. And my old pages, I had washi tape over the rings. I just didn't really feel like doing that for the end of the year. Maybe I will for the beginning of 2016, not real sure. So the next section is my health section, and here I have another yearly pullout, and here is where I track my fitness. And for next year, I need to print out a new one, but for next year I'm going to be also tracking the days I take my vitamins, my monthly weight I'll put over here in this section near the name of the month, when I meal prep and when I actually record in my food diary. So those are the things that help me stay healthy and I've not been consistent with that, so I think it's going to be very helpful to see that at a glance. You know, in 1 month I only recorded my food diary 5 times, so I need to work on that for the following month, and that'll help me set my goals as well. So here you can see a month on 2 pages of the original format that people are used to seeing in the boxes with the grids. So here's where I'm going to be doing my recording after the fact. So my gratitude journal, just in this little section, or something I'm grateful for that day, just kind of micro journaling. And then I'm thinking about over here, maybe recording my weight or my mood, possibly recording like how many hours I studied in a day. So this is just kind of recording, not necessarily planning. So this is after the fact. So it's already happened. And it's in my health section. So anything that's going to be dealing with my physical, emotional, and spiritual health, I want to put in this section. And I will definitely update you as that progresses. I do have the entire year in here as well. And then this is my meal planning section, which you guys have seen before. So some meal ideas, and then this is where I have my sticky notes for my meal planning. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks, all color-coded. And I have 1 week of the So Much Crafting inserts that are the 2 days per page. I really like them, and they're very well done. For some reason, they didn't function for me for weekly planning because I like to see my week at a glance. So I'm just using 1 week, and I whited out the dates at the top, and just to plan every week my my meals and my workouts. So that's my health section. And then in this 5th section, I just labeled it info. There's some things in here I can't show you guys, but I do have the 2016 and 2015 year at a glance, and this is for my boyfriend's work schedule, and also 2014, so just kind of kept that in there. I have a little list that I've labeled like a travel checklist or packing list, but I think I'm going to keep this in my A5 again because this is getting really stuffed. And then I have a pen test page, and then YouTube tags, and then information about my vehicle, and then a couple other little notes and then passwords. So I can't really show you guys the passwords. And then the last tab is not labeled, but this should be labeled reference. So in this section, I have my weekly review. And I took this from my A5, which you guys have seen, and literally just copied it into a personal size page about the things that I need to do every week when I'm looking over my planner, and how I set my goals and get all my tasks completed. And then I have this section where I'd also like to replicate the key that I have with my DIY stickers, just as a reference page to keep with me so I know which stickers I use for which things. And then this is a top opening envelope with some smaller pages. They're like pocket-sized pages that I've hole punched for the personal planner, so I can do my weekly tasks that haven't been scheduled for a specific day. And then also my grid. I have a few of these grid note cards with my daily and my weekly tasks. And then this is my daily tasks, so my ideal day of the things I like to do in the morning and in the evening, and then my weekly tasks and my monthly tasks. And you've also seen this in my A5. So this is a new addition to my planner. I purchased these Day Runner pockets from Amazon, and I think it was 2 for $6, but in here I just have some labels, and really that's all I have, and that's what I plan with, are labels, not necessarily stickers, but I kind of make my own stickers. So I have those slipped in here, and then I really like this because there's no zipper pull or anything that's going to really bulk up my planner or make it difficult to write in. So I have that. I have some more sticky notes in the very back on my page lifter, which is just a piece of thin like cardboard or cardstock that was on the back of one of those, I believe it was like the Daytimer rolled line pages or whatever it is. So I just took it and I put it in the back as a page lifter. And you guys, it's just so much paper. I need to try to cull it down a little bit and take some things out, but I'm really liking having all of this information in here. So hopefully it's not damaging the rings at all, but we'll see. I try to be gentle. And then back here I've got some important paperwork, a thank you card tucked in there, and then also another top opening envelope with some Martha Stewart labels, some dewdrops, an important receipt, and some checks in the back. So just have that slipped in here. And then in the very back pocket, well, in the pen loop, I will say that I've got my trusty Uniball rollerball pen, and then I have a Moleskine small notebook in the back. I've just put some washi tape on the back cover here, so I've kind of put it inside the flap and then on top to make a page flag, and just cut a little triangle out. And this is my food diary. So this is the grid paper. I just have a paper clip to flip me to the current day. I do not do this every day. I should, but I don't. When I do, I just use either a little bit of washi tape, a label, or a page flag. I mark what day it is, and then what time I eat and what I eat, and then what workouts I do. Now, sometimes, if I make the time to do it, I will also put a little notation about how hungry I was when I ate, or how much effort I had to exert for any kind of workouts. And that idea came from Jennifer Ross, which she used to be called Organized Like Jen, but this idea came directly from her. So thank you for that. And that, my friends, is my personal Filofax setup for the end of 2015, beginning of 2016, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I like that it's all in one package. It is very stuffed, but everything that I need, absolutely need, is in here, and a few things that I probably don't absolutely need every day. But anything, you know, if I just have an idea or I like to pre-plan, I have it all here. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope everyone has a wonderful evening and a Merry Christmas. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.